Hello everyone, my name is Sameer Sardana, and in this video I will be discussing all about IIFT exam. Everything that you need to know about IIFT will be discussed in this video. I'll be discussing the 6 aspects of IIFT paper: exam pattern, strategy, programs, cutoff, placement, and the fees. These are the 6 aspects of IIFT exam that I will be talking about. My name is Sameer Sardana. I have done an MBA from University Business School, Punjab University, and I have scored 99 plus in Cat, in Quant, and DILR section multiple times. Also on the channel of EasyGanit, you'll find a lot of videos for your Quant and DILR section of all these MBA entrance exams as well as of government job entrance exams. So subscribe to the channel to get access to all of these videos and also to get notification of all the upcoming videos. Subscribe to it. Click the bell icon too. Now, talking about IIFT paper, let's talk about the campus first. IIFT is Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. Currently, it has 3 campuses. One campus is in New Delhi, second is in Kolkata, third is in Kakinada. This one is an old campus. These are the 2 new ones. This is the main campus, and that should be your target. Kolkata is also the campus that you can target. The number of seats, if you talk about the number of seats, there are 258 seats in Delhi campus, 253 seats in Kolkata campus. As per the website, I could not get the information for the number of seats in Kakinada. And IIFT offers you an MBA degree in international business. It's a 2-year MBA international business full-time. Now, the most important question, I'm sure most of you will also be confused about. While I was preparing for this paper and during my time, I didn't have any idea why it is called as an international business MBA. Is it that I used to have the thoughts like that if I'm going to IIFT for my MBA, I'll be working for some foreign companies. I'll be working in foreign. I'll be getting placed in. I'll be getting international placements, right? So it's not like that, guys, right? Why it is called as an international business, right? MBA in international business. Is it different? How it is different from the other MBA programs? It's different, but slightly different. Firstly, will you be studying the whole new syllabus in MBA as compared to the general MBA programs in IIFT? No. In MBA International Business, and why it is called as an MBA International Business, you will be studying some additional subjects related to the international aspects. For example, in general MBA program, the main 3 subjects that you will be studying would be marketing, finance, and operations. And the second year, you will be choosing your majors. But here, you will be studying the marketing, but in addition to that core subject marketing, you will be studying some additional subjects of international marketing. If you're going to study the finance in IIFT, you'll also be studying international finance. So if you're going to study strategy in IB, there'll be international strategy also, right? There'll be additional subjects of international strategy, or you can say the international business strategies. So every subjects that you will be studying in MBA General program, you will be studying all those subjects in MBA International Business of IIFT also, and the international aspects of all of these subjects will also be your additional subjects. So you can say that in IIFT you will be studying more. Your subjects will be more as compared to your general MBA program, right? So you'll be studying a vast syllabus of marketing, because international aspects of every concepts of MBA will also be covered in IIFT IB MBA program. Will you be placed in the companies who will be giving you the placements? Who will be giving the companies that will be giving the international placements? No. The same companies which used to visit, which are visiting the other MBA colleges or the other top MBA colleges, the same companies will also be visiting the IIFT, right? There will be a slight difference, but yes, it's nothing related to the international placements, right? You might get a domestic placements also. You will be getting jobs in marketing. It's not that you'll be working in core companies which are related to import and export. Now, this is a major doubt in most of the students' mind. I also had the same doubt while I was preparing for IIFT, that I will be working in those companies only which have a business related to international, which have something related to import and export. No, it's not that, right? You might be working in a core marketing companies, core finance companies also, core international business companies also, core operation-based companies also, right? Now, nowadays, most of these companies have their operations in international, have their outsource operations. They have the business in the, they don't have the business just in the domestic market. They also have their business setups in the foreign also, right? So you might be given the work to handle the business, something related to which are related to the international business, right? Because you are a specialized who have studied not just the basic marketing, but also the international marketing and international finance, right? But yes, there are chances that you might get placed in the companies. You might be handling the domestic business of the companies also, right? As a marketing head or as a finance head, right? Whatever job profiles that we have in marketing, finance, and operations, right? But yes, keep this in mind. There is no HR program, right? You can do your major in IIFT either in marketing or in finance or in operations. No HR major program, right? This is something that you need to keep in your mind. I hope this clears in a very simple language what is MBA International Business, right? Talking about important dates. This year, if you're going for IIFT, 15 October is the last date to apply. Exam date is going to be 5th of December. Now, this date is very, very important, right? It's just 1 week. It's just 1 week after the CAT exam, guys, right? It's just 1 week after the CAT exam. Now, there's only 6 days gap between CAT and IIFT. So, do I need to prepare for IIFT in those 6 days? सिर्फ वही 6 days में IIFT का preparation करना है क्या? नहीं, right? So when should I start my preparing for IIFT exam? See, if you want to go for this exam and if you are targeting this exam, you need to start preparing for this exam from 15th of October at least. At least 45 days will definitely be required to attempt the mock papers at IIFT and to do the syllabus, which is slightly different from the CAT. Is CAT and IIFT completely different? No. 60 to 70% of syllabus that you're studying in CAT will be as it is used in IIFT. There's only 30 to 40% more syllabus that you are studying, and that is completely not a new syllabus, right? The basics are the basic concepts of that 30 to 40% syllabus have already been covered by you in CAT, but there's some specific type of questions of IIFT that you have to do. For example, DI, the concepts of data interpretation are same as of CAT, but in data interpretation of IIFT, you'll find high calculation based data interpretation sets, right? So this slight difference, there's not much difference, there's slight difference, right? There's also additional subject of GK that you might have to study. But do I need to study GK for 45 days? Do I need to stop my preparation for CAT and completely focus on IIFT in the last 45 days? No. 2 hours per day will be more than sufficient for IIFT if you start preparing for this particular exam starting from 15th of October, right? 45 days are more than sufficient for this exam, okay? Do not stop your preparation for CAT if you are targeting IIFT, right? Both of them can be handled together. I'll give you a complete plan for this, right? If you have been preparing for CAT, just keep this in mind, your 70% preparation is already over. It's just the 30% part that you need to concentrate on in the last 45 days. And also, you don't have to stop your preparation for CAT. Keep this in mind. These are the facts that you can just quickly go through. I'll not talk about it, right? Fees or the application fees of general, SC, ST, and foreign nationals, right? Talking about exam pattern and IIFT 2020 cutoffs, right? The exam which was held in CAT IIFT 2021 last year because of Corona, the exam was held late, right? So see guys, the total time of this paper is 120 minutes. You will be having the 4 section: quantitative ability, verbal ability and reading comprehension, DILR, and general awareness. This pattern was changed last year. Earlier, IIFT used to have 6 sections and you were supposed to clear the cutoff in all 6 sections. But now, from last year, they have changed the pattern and now you have 4 sections and you have to clear the sectional cutoff. Now, most important factor of IIFT exam is that you are supposed to clear the sectional cutoff, right? Your sectional cutoff, all 4 sections should be clear. It's not that if you don't know the general awareness that I'll be getting 0 marks in general awareness and then I'll be getting marks in these 3 sections and I'll clear my overall cutoff. That will not work. You'll have to clear the sectional cutoff. But the good news is the sectional cutoff is very less, right? You don't have to work harder to you don't have to put much hard work to clear the sectional cutoff. बहुत ज़्यादा आपको इतना मेहनत नहीं करना पड़ेगा sectional cutoff को clear करने के लिए. You can see that quantitative ability out of 120 minutes, the quant section cutoff is only 15 marks. Now tell me, if one question is of 3 marks, how many marks you require to clear the section cutoff quant? Only 5 questions. 5 questions will clear you cutoff of 15. Out of 25 questions, if you are prepared for CAT, how difficult it is to clear to do only 5 questions. But again, clearing only the section cutoff will not do the job. You'll also have to clear the overall cutoff. And there's a huge gap between the all section cutoff and the overall cutoff. If I add my section cutoff, I'm not even reaching close to my overall cutoff, right? So you have to have some, strength areas in IIFT where you can spend most of the time of your paper, because in IIFT section-wise time is not defined, it's not fixed. You can choose any section that you want to choose, right, as per your strength and weakness, and that is something that makes IIFT paper very, very difficult. Why? Because firstly, section time is not fixed. This decision of which section to attempt first in IIFT is a big question, and you need to give a lot of mock papers to finally decide that this is a section where I can get most of my marks, and that section might be difficult on that particular paper, right? So it's really, really important that in IIFT, rather than just completing the 100% of the syllabus, you need to work on the strategy. A fine strategy with just 70 to 80% of the syllabus can help you clearing the IIFT paper. I don't want my students to cover 100% of the syllabus, but I want all of them to have a refined strategy which have been made after giving a lot of mock papers. Strategy can help you clearing the IIFT paper. The 100% syllabus will not help you. A proper refined strategy with 70 to 75% syllabus covered of IIFT can definitely help in covering the complete IIFT paper, guys, right? Strategy, I would say, is a word for clearing IIFT paper. Keep this in mind, guys, right? Okay, so I'll be discussing that. Don't worry about it, right? So 5 questions is all I need. So if your quant is weak, will you be able to clear the cutoff? Yes, you can do that, right? 5 questions are not difficult, but then you need to have some strong areas, right? If you talk about DI verbal ability, you see this cutoff is a bit higher. 35 question, marks per correct 3. If I want to clear the cutoff here, I need at least 12 questions correct. Minimum 12 questions are supposed to be correct. DILR, right, 22. 30 questions are there in total. 7 questions, right? You need 7 to 8 questions. Let's take it as 8 questions. 8 questions will help in clearing the cutoff of DILR section, guys. Journal awareness, right? Students are so confused about this section. The moment they heard about the word IIFT paper in the general awareness section, they start studying general awareness, right? इधर उधर जहां भी जनरल अवेयरनेस का कंटेंट मिलेगा बस पढ़ने लग जाएंगे. जनरल अवेयरनेस ही आपका सिलेक्शन करवाने वाला है. Just look at this, right? Look at this. Before you decide कि पूरी दुनिया भर का जीके आप IIFT के पेपर के लिए पढ़ लो, उससे पहले एक ये just look at this particular cell. The weightage of general awareness as compared to the other questions are less, right? Only 20 questions. Per question marks is 1.5. And look at the sectional cutoff. Can this be a section which can help me in clearing my overall cutoff? My overall cutoff is 138. Number of questions are 20. अगर सारे के सारे अगर माना कि यूपीएससी मेन के कैंडिडेट हो आप और सारे के सारे क्वेश्चंस भी क्लियर कर देता हूं मैं, सही कर दूं, तब भी मेरे को 30 मार्क्स मिलेगा. 138 में से 30 मार्क्स. Will this help you in clearing the overall cutoff? You can answer it yourself, right? There's no need to spend much time on general awareness, right? While you're preparing for IIFT paper. जब आप IIFT पेपर का प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो आपको बहुत ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड नहीं करना है जनरल अवेयरनेस में, राइट? Your job is to clear just get 5 marks. 5 marks is all I need. And that, I guess, with 1.5 questions, even if I get 4 questions correct, I'll get 6 marks. 20 में से 4 questions सही करने हैं. स्पोर्ट्स भी पढ़ के चले जाओगे तो क्वेश्चंस हो जाएंगे. 4 क्वेश्चंस ओनली स्पोर्ट्स जीके, राइट? नाउ आई गिव यू द सेग्रीगेशन कि सेक्शनल कट ऑफ क्लियर करने के लिए जनरल अवेयरनेस के टॉपिक कौन कौन से हैं जहां से क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. स्टैटिक जीके में कितने क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, करंट अफेयर से कितने आ रहे हैं, राइट? जस्ट हैव अ लुक एट इट. बहुत ज्यादा करंट अफेयर्स आप जीके नहीं पढ़ना है. I guess some standard static GK questions, right? And last 6 month current affairs will definitely do the job. बहुत ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करके वेस्ट नहीं करना है. यूपीएससी नहीं करना है आपको. आईएफटी का पेपर है, डोंट फॉरगेट दैट, ओके? या फिर यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन कर लो, राइट? सो now so we can see that sectional cutoff is not a difficult task to clear. The task is to assign time to all these 4 sections. अगर आपने एक भी सेक्शन को टाइम असाइन नहीं किया है, कम टाइम असाइन करा, आपका सेक्शन कट ऑफ क्लियर नहीं होता है, भले ही आपका ओवरऑल कट ऑफ क्लियर हो जाए, यू विल नॉट गेट द कॉल, राइट? You will not get the call. और 138 पे नहीं admission होने वाला, 138 cut off है. Final selection would be close to 150. If you want कि आपका GDPI proper ढंग से streamline, ढंग से हो जाए, और आपका if you want to feel in the safe zone, you need to get at least 150 marks. 150 I would say is the actual cut off. 138 पे calls आ रही हैं. बट कन्वर्जन की अगर हम बात करें, I'll tell you कि फाइनल जो इनका सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया है, व्हाट इज द वेटेज ऑफ IIFT पेपर एंड academics का क्या वेटेज है. So we'll talk about all of these things, right? So we need to you need to get at least 150 marks guys in IIFT पेपर. IIFT में 150 नंबर लाना पड़ेगा आपको. 138 ओनली सेक्शनल कट ऑफ क्लियर करने से काम नहीं चलेगा, और ये एग्जाम डेफिनेटली टारगेट करना चाहिए आपको. Right? You should not be leaving IIFT paper, because if you're preparing for CAT, any chance that you have to get into any top B school, you should definitely try that. Okay? Right. Now, 120 minutes का division कैसे करना चाहिए? There cannot be a fixed division for everybody. This is what I want you to work on in the next, when you start preparing for IIFT. Give as many mock as possible. Check your strength areas and decide कि आपको 120 minutes में से कहाँ सबसे ज़्यादा time देना है. If you talk about the level of difficulty, let me give you guys, if your quant section is strong, out of these 120 minutes, I would say, अगर आपका quant section काफी strong है, बहुत ज़्यादा strong है, right? तो फिर 25 में से, see that, if I'm spending out of 120 minutes, if I'm spending 35 minutes का time अगर मैं यहाँ spend करता हूँ, तो at least you should be in a position to solve at least 12 questions, right? आपको minimum 12 questions यहाँ पे solve करने चाहिए. 3 minutes per question I'm saying, right? In fact 13 करने चाहिए. 12 to 13 question आपके यहाँ पे सही होने चाहिए. 12 into 3, if you can secure 36 marks, your job will become very easy. And I have observed, that verbal ability and reading comprehension is a deciding factor in IIFT. Why it is so? Let me tell you the reason. Even if your verbal ability and reading comprehension is weak, you need to work on that. Firstly, इसमें only reading comprehension नहीं होगा, verbal ability भी होगा. So there'll be questions on vocabs and everything. I'll give you the complete details, right? अभी आपको section wise कहाँ से topics आ रहे हैं, ये slides हम अभी discuss करेंगे. If you talk about VRC, you see that RC, match the synonym, parajumbles, grammar, synonyms, one word substitutions. तो ये इसमें सबसे important चीज ये देखने वाली है that synonym के जो questions हैं root words वाले, there are 4 questions. What does it mean? These are the quick marks. Root word के question को solve करना है और math का एक question solve करना है. You can see the time difference, right? So if you want to make a strategy, keep VARC as your main section. This has to be your main section. आप कितने भी अच्छे क्यों ना हो quant में, you cannot solve the quant question in the same time as you're solving a root word question, or you are solving a question of one word substitutions. You see that? मैथ में 7 मार्क्स लाने के लिए मेरे को कम से कम 20 मिनट लग जाएंगे, और यहां पे 7 मार्क्स मेरे को 3 मिनट में ही आ जाएगा. तो yes, I would say in IIFT, VARC is the main section that can help you in clearing the overall cutoff. या फिर जो आपको सेक्शन जो ओवरऑल कट ऑफ जा रहा है उससे आपको 12 या 15 मार्क्स का लीड लेना है, then this is a section that can give you that lead. And accordingly, you see that grammar के क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करने में कितना टाइम लगता है? You see that? 12 marks. These are the marks that you can get in 5 minutes. ये 5 मिनट में 12 नंबर आप लेके आ सकते हो. Crosswords and synonyms. This is again 14 marks. Add 2 more marks to it. Right? Match the synonyms. Right? Plus 2. 16 are those number of questions, right, out of 35 which are very easy. Which are going to be very, very easy, guys, right? RC, I would say, you can say that will take as much time as you will be spending to solve one quant and DI questions, but not these 16 questions, right? Parajumbles might take you as much time as you will be taking to solve quant section, but not these, right? 16, this is your selection, right? These are the 16 questions that will decide your selection, guys, in IIFT, right? अगर ये 16 में से आप 15 marks या 14 plus marks लेके आ रहे हो, you are in the game. If you are not getting it, you are actually out of the game, right? So if you want to spend some time for your exam preparation of IIFT, start spending time on cramming synonym, root words, grammar, one word substitutions, right? Because ये सबसे grammar को detail में पढ़ना है आपको, right? 5 questions आ रहे हैं, right? ये तो आपको क्रैम करने हैं, राइट? ग्रामर के रूल्स अच्छे से समझने हैं, राइट? सो दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट गाइस, राइट? दिस इज एक्चुअली अ डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर बिकॉज दीज आर द क्विक मार्क्स. टाइमिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट इन IIFT पेपर. यू कैन सी दैट 120 मिनट्स, 120 मिनट्स में पूरा पेपर नहीं सॉल्व करना है, बट जो कट ऑफ है उसके अकॉर्डिंग नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस काफी हैं. 150 if I'm targeting, that means I have to solve around 50 questions, right? 50 questions 120 मिनट में. It's difficult, right? But it becomes easy if you're targeting some very important sections of IIFT paper जो आपको जल्दी marks दे सकते हैं. These are quick marks that you can get in IIFT paper, guys, right? Grammars, see that 14, 40. If I'm going to get around 14 to 15 marks here, you see that 45 marks का game तो खत्म, right? If 150 marks is what I'm targeting, 45 marks is done, I'm left with only 105 marks. So my fight is only for 105 marks because these are the 14, 15 questions which I'll be getting in 5 to 10 minutes. Let's even take 10 minutes, right? So 120 minute में 10 minute हटा दो, you'll be left with 110 more minutes. So 110 minutes and 105. Now this is something that is achievable. But then this is a second stage which only can be achieved once you are done with your first stage of getting these questions, right? Right. So I'm saying now I'm categorizing your time for 35 minutes, 13 questions here. Verbal ability, because it's an important section, I would say to be on the safe side. To be on the safe side because you can get the maximum marks out of here. Secondly, you can also say the questions. Number of questions are more in verbal ability. इस सेक्शन में बाकी सभी सेक्शन के कंपैरिजन में ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस भी हैं. So, will not take risk. आपका वर्बल एबिलिटी अच्छा है या नहीं है, आपको अच्छा करना पड़ेगा. अगर आप IIFT जाने के सपने देख रहे हो, then you will have to target this section, guys, right? No doubt about this. Verbal ability and reading comprehension 40 minutes, right? I want, अभी ये 40 मिनट के 2 डिवीजन होने चाहिए. 1 डिवीजन आप 10 मिनट का कर लो जिसमें आपके वो सिनोनिम एंटोनिम्स वाले क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो रहे हैं, एंड रेस्ट 30 मिनट जिसमें आपको VAR से सॉल्व करना. अब ये 10 मिनट के अंदर यू विल बी गेटिंग अराउंड हाउ मच मार्क्स, अराउंड 14 मार्क्स तो क्वेश्चंस तो होने चाहिए. तो 42 मार्क्स आई एम सेइंग देयर, राइट? टाइम थोड़ा सा बढ़ाना है तो यहाँ पे बढ़ा सकते, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, राइट? थोड़ा 2-3 मिनट ऊपर नीचे चलेगा, राइट? इट विल वर्क. Now in the rest of the 30 minutes, out of 16 VARC question, guys, out of these 16 VARC questions and 3 parajumble, 19 questions, right? 19 questions, 30 minutes. क्योंकि VARC के questions हैं, तो I guess you should definitely be getting 10 marks, right? 19 में से 10 questions सही करने हैं आप. 50% questions only in 30 minutes also, right? So 10 question into 3 will give you 30 marks. ये आपका 14 into 3, 42 marks. This will give you 72 marks. See that out of total cutoff, 72 is something you're targeting. That is your 50% marks you're taking from this one particular section. Very important, guys, right? DILR, how much time I'm left with now? 40, 35, right? You are left with 35 more minutes. Go for, I'm not asking you to spend less time than quantitative ability. थोड़ा बहुत 5-10 मिनट आपको ऊपर नीचे करना है तो कर सकते हो. But the problem with DILR section is, guys, DILR section का problem है कि इसका जो DI आता है बहुत कैलकुलेटिव आता है. क्वेश्चंस आर इजी, राइट? कॉन्सेप्ट्स आर इजी. मोस्टली क्वेश्चंस विल बी एवरेज बेस्ड ऑफ डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन, एवरेज बेस्ड डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन, परसेंटेज ग्रोथ, परसेंटेज कैलकुलेशन, रेशियो कंपैरिजन, राइट? बट दे आर हाईली कैलकुलेटिव एंड so much information, difficult to interpret but easy to solve, right? Interpretation might be difficult but the set are easy to solve. So if your DI is strong, then I'll say that spend more time on DI as compared to quant. Otherwise, you can go with the quant only. Okay. I can easily solve this. See that important section as per the last year paper. Table-based data interpretation, table and pie chart, line and stack-based, line and bar. All sets will be familiar. Sitting arrangement, your favorite topic, right? Not for cat. ये cat के लिए favorite नहीं होना चाहिए आपका. Otherwise, cat हो गया फिर आपका. Calendar-based, right? IFT में, yes, sitting arrangement is important. 4 questions, right? See that these are doable questions. Sitting arrangement, calendar based, tournament based, right? ये 10 question आप आसानी से कर सकते हो. ये highly calculative जो questions हैं, इसमें से I would say कि आपको 2 DI के set target करने चाहिए out of 8. अगर आप 6 questions भी सही करते हो, 6 प्लस यहाँ से आपको अराउंड 10 में से एटलीस्ट 8 क्वेश्चंस यहाँ से अगर आप टारगेट करो, 8 + 6 14. बहुत ज्यादा कैलकुलेशंस अच्छी है क्योंकि कैलकुलेटर नहीं मिलेगा आपको IIFT में लाइक कैट, राइट? यू विल हैव टू डू द कैलकुलेशन बाय योरसेल्फ. सो आई एम नॉट betting more than 6 question in this, right? And approximately 8 questions can be here. So overall आपको 14 questions यहाँ से solve करने हैं, right? 14 will give you how many marks? 14 will give you 14 into 3, तो 42 marks. मैं क्वांट का भी अभी आपके साथ डिस्कस करूंगा. क्वांट का हमने सेक्शन वाइज नहीं डिस्कस किया. We'll talk about it. So guys, can I target 42 marks here? Yes. Now you can see I will be close to my cutoff now. 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10. And 7 plus 4, 11 plus 3, 14. 150 marks, right? इसमें तो मुझे सेक्शनल ही क्लियर करना है. ये आपको ओवरऑल कट ऑफ में हेल्प नहीं करने वाला है, राइट? सो एनीथिंग इन द रेंज ऑफ 6 plus marks that you're getting will help you out for getting an edge and also to clear the sectional cutoff, right? And we are left with 10 more minutes, so that 10 minutes should be given to your general awareness. ये 10 मिनट आपके जनरल अवेयरनेस को जाने चाहिए, right? This has to be strategy, and now I hope this strategy will also help you how to prepare for IIFT paper, because अभी आपका सिलेबस सब क्लियर हो चुका है कि क्या क्या पढ़ना है क्या नहीं पढ़ना है. If you talk about quant section, इसका section analysis देख लो. Arithmetic, you see that there are 11 questions. I definitely can target if your arithmetic is good. अगर आपने CAT level का arithmetic पढ़ा हुआ है तो IIFT के arithmetic में से आप 11 में से 8 questions definitely target कर सकते हो. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा आपको. 4 questions of algebra, 1 question of number system, 5 questions of geometry. Very important, guys. Geometry. I have covered 700 plus questions of geometry in my plus courses on Unacademy. If you want to do that, we want to see, right? So geometry comprehensively cover करना पड़ेगा. 5 questions को आप avoid नहीं कर सकते हो, right? And secondly, also you see that there is also a series of 50 golden rules of geometry that I am currently running on this YouTube channel. Also, you can refer to that too. Modern math, we have 4 questions, right? So this is something which is catching my attention. Modern math 4 questions. Modern math questions will be from P and C, calendar. These are again the quick marks like synonym antonyms in verbal. So modern math has to be done properly if you are going for IIFT. Arithmetic आपने पढ़ा हुआ है, algebra पढ़ा है. CAT में जो आपने पढ़ा है, I guess आपको quant section तो पूरा definitely अलग से prepare करना ही नहीं है, right? So, but हाँ ये है कि CAT अच्छे से पढ़ा होना चाहिए. लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी की बात करें, आई वुड से दैट इट्स नॉट दैट कि IIFT का पेपर इन टर्म्स ऑफ लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी इज इजियर देन CAT. It is at the same level, right? I'll say it is at par with CAT. So if you have prepared for CAT, it will not be difficult, but yes, you'll have to see कि आपके पास time कम है. It's not that you have 60 minutes to attempt in quant section, right? You have only 35 minutes. You'll have to be very, very selective when it comes to the questions. तो क्योंकि क्वेश्चन अल्टीमेटली मेरे को 12 to 14 क्वेश्चंस मेरा टारगेट है इस सेक्शन के अंदर, तो वो भी 25 में से. दैट मींस इफ आई एम सपोज्ड टू अटेम्प्ट 12 क्वेश्चंस आउट ऑफ 25, आई एम सपोज्ड टू लीव एवरी सेकंड क्वेश्चन. मेरे को 50% पेपर सॉल्व करना है, तो सिलेबस पूरा होना चाहिए. रीजन 50% करना है तो फिर अरिथमेटिक करके चले जाते हैं. ये सब करने की क्या जरूरत है? और अरिथमेटिक में किसने बोला कि सारे क्वेश्चन आप कर लोगे? See that when it comes to the time pressure, when there's a time associated while solving a question, your mind start working differently, right? You start feeling that pressure. It's not possible. You can only do those questions which are very familiar, and those are the questions which you are reading and step by step processes coming to your mind. Those are the questions that you can solve in time pressure. You cannot solve new questions, right? When it comes to a time pressure, that takes a lot of time. You might be able to solve it, but then the time that is required to solve it will be much higher, right? जो आप जिस टाइम में आप क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर रहे हो वो रिक्वायर्ड टाइम से काफी ज्यादा हो सकता है. That will not clear जिसकी वजह से आपको कट ऑफ क्लियर नहीं होगा. That's the reason I'm saying do 100% of the syllabus. Don't do this mistake कि मेरे को 8 क्वेश्चन 10-12 क्वेश्चन करने हैं तो मैं यहीं से कर लूंगा. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, right? Even if I'm attempting the IIFT paper, right? I'll not be able to do all the 11 questions of arithmetic. 101% sure, right? Let me be very honest on it. Because, yeah, if those questions are familiar, I'll be able to do it. But I'll be doing some easy questions of arithmetic, 1 or 2 easy questions of algebra, 2 or 3 easy questions of geometry, 1 or 2 easy questions of modern math. That will take me to 12 questions, right? एक टॉपिक आपको नहीं लेके जा सकता, ये गारंटी है आपकी, गारंटी है, राइट? सो 25 में से 12 से 13 क्वेश्चंस आपको अटेम्प्ट करने हैं. 50% ऑफ द पेपर ऑफ क्वांट सेक्शन इज आर यू आर सपोज्ड टू सोल्व. सो डू 100% सिलेबस. 100% सिलेबस करोगे तो सबके इजी कर पाओगे, तभी 12 क्वेश्चंस होंगे, नहीं तो नहीं हो सकता. ये गारंटी है आपको, ठीक है? सो गाइस, आई होप यू गॉट द क्लियर आइडिया ऑन इट. Now, if we talk about general awareness में static GK के 9 questions आ रहे हैं. Current affairs, we have 11 questions. My target is to do only 1.5 marks का question है, 5 का cut off है. To be on the safe side, 6 questions भी अगर solve करोगे तो 9 marks आ जाएगा. 6 question, 4-5 क्वेश्चन यहाँ से और जोड़ मार के 2, इतना तो स्टैटिक जीके पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने कि 2 क्वेश्चंस कर लो और 4 क्वेश्चन यहाँ से कर लो, इजीली हो जाएगा, राइट. डू एज मच एज यू वांट टू डू, बट देन कीप दिस इन माइंड कि नेगेटिव मार्किंग भी है और सेक्शन कट ऑफ से ऊपर नंबर लेके आने हैं. ये ओवरऑल कट ऑफ में मुझे हेल्प नहीं करने वाला. सो करंट अफेयर्स, इंटरनेशनल न्यूज रिलेटेड करंट अफेयर्स, इकोनॉमिक बेस्ड न्यूज लास्ट 6-7 मंथ्स की अगर आप पढ़ोगे तो आई गेस दैट विल डू द जॉब. स्पोर्ट्स बेस्ड क्वेश्चन 1-2 डेफिनेटली आने वाले हैं. ओलंपिक्स से जो क्वेश्चंस हैं, राइट, गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट, bronze medalist, right, all these people, right, you will definitely find 1 or 2 such questions here, right. So sports ka question, appointments, right, or some international affairs, right, is something. These are the topics that you have to study and do follow the standard material of static GK. वहाँ से भी 2-3 question आपको फंस सकते हैं, right. So this was about IIFT, exam pattern and the strategy to clear, right. So 2 parts, 2 aspects are clear. Now look at it. Shortlisting criteria for MBA, stage 1. जो फर्स्ट स्टेज है आपका, राइट, दैट इज IIFT स्कोर. if I'm assigning marks out of 100 to a candidate, so जो भी आपका IIFT का स्कोर होगा, राइट, उसका वेटेज वुड बी 73%. then marks obtained in the class 10% weightage, marks obtained in class 12 10% weightage. Academic diversity, non-engineer 5 marks, engineer 0, unlucky engineers. Gender diversity, male 0, female 2. So if you're female, lucky females, right, you'll be getting 2 extra marks, right, for this. So this is a 2% weightage of gender diversity. So in the stage 1, the students will be selected on this criteria, guys, right. IIFT has score is the biggest factor in stage 1, right. Score of IIFT is the biggest score in stage 1. If you talk about this, the further process after MBA, it's VAT, group discussion and personal interview, right. And last year कुछ changes आए थे. I guess there was no VAT because of corona situation, right, because of the pandemic. Once you get selected, criteria for final selection to the MBA program at IIFT, the second stage of selection, right, IIFT score again will be given a 45% weightage in the second stage also. VAT, GDPI have a 40% weightage, right? Out of 100, 45% weightage here, 40% here. Academic diversity, again, engineering 0, non-engineering 2 marks. Work experience will be given the weightage in the second stage, not in the first stage, guys. That means आपके पास work experience नहीं है तो आपका call नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं होगा, right? If you have good score in IIFT, you will definitely get the call whether you have experience or not. And then you can definitely perform good in GDPI and VAT to show your skills, right, that yes, you're equally good as a person with 2 or 3 years of experience. Academic consistency, 10th marks and 12th marks, no weightage to graduation marks. That's a good thing, right. So out of 100, 45 to 40, 85% weightage, 89, 92 and 800%. This is how you will be. This is a second percentage weightage, second way, right. Final placement, these are facts, guys, that you can also check it on our websites. I'll not be talking much on it. These are normal facts, guys, right. This is something I have taken from their website only, guys, right, not my research product, my research right. Total number of students 334. Average male CTC 20.25 lakh per annum. New recruiters 30%. Average female CTC 22.57, right. Number of companies 117. Highest CTC 46.5, right. Highest CTC is 46.5. And if you look at this is something main, right. बच्चे ये सोचते हैं कि IIFT में जाएंगे तो बाहर की कंपनीज में काम करने को मिलेगा. Companies which are coming are from sales and marketing, 24% are taking, right. Nothing related to import export only, right. ऐसा नहीं कि import export की कंपनीज में काम. Sales marketing 24%, consulting 22%, finance and international business 22%, IT analytics 19%, general management and strategy 9%, trade and operations 4%, right. Just have a look at it, right. You can just look at median CTC is 20 lakh per annum. I guess these are the facts just I want to put across to you. That's it, guys, right. Summer placements, again, I don't feel that that's much important. These are the facts that you can just quickly have a look at it. Fee structure, right. MBA-IB 8,25,000, right. annual tuition fee. This is an annual per year. So it'll be investment on fees will be up close to 17.5 lakh. Then there will be other charges, right? So you can say that approximately you'll be spending around 20 to 22 lakh rupees if you're going for IIFT. I'm sure if you are a bright student, if you're capable of getting admission to IIFT, you'll definitely be able to get this full return within 1 or 2 years. Don't worry about ROIs, right? You'll get this all money back if you are going to IIFT for sure. Also, students can avail the loan facility. There is also a scholarship scheme for 4 SC students and 4 ST students who secure admissions in the institution 2-year full MBA program will be given the scholarship, who will be paying for the money by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and Ministry of Tribal Affairs respectively. The scholarship provides for full tuition and non-refundable जितने भी charges हैं वो ये लोग pay करेंगे. Right? This is only for SC and ST students, guys. Just quickly go through this slide. Okay, so this is all about IIFT paper, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video, right? And follow this YouTube channel, follow this playlist, everything related to IIFT paper for DI, anything that I'll be putting a lot of videos again for your DI and LR section specifically for IIFT. Just say input output is also a part of reasoning ability for IIFT, which I have already uploaded on the channel. A 1-hour video covering all type of input output has already been covered, guys. Similar to that, there will be more content, more videos coming up. Geometry series is already there, right? Some quant section, quant videos, DILR section has already been completely covered on the channel. Subscribe to the channel, share it with all of your friends, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next part.